Hey, welcome back to another video, guys. You're watching Zach and Slash Gaming here with Dino Crisis 1, Part 17. Let's get this video underway. We are going to find out where these DDK Disc D cards go. Now, I just want to start off by listing some of the survival horror games I want to play. For PS1 games, ones I could think of at the top of my head, I could say... I think. Oh, Mizurna Falls. It only came out in Japan. Fans English patched it, so that's just great. It's an open world, not really survival horror games. I guess it's kind of a horror game. You're investigating the death of your friend, and you're trying to solve the mystery. It's an open world town. You could drive around, you can walk around. There's a semi night and day cycle. It's like really advanced for the PS1. Like, think of like Silent Hill, but open world where none of the areas are blocked off. That's basically what it is. Also, some other games I want to play is Galarians for sure, but 2 got a really bad rating, got like a 6 or something. It's not good. I know the code for this one is Dr. Kirk. Sadly, when I searched up like the first DDK code that I got stuck on, not like the first code, but one of the first ones, and I got a freaking spoiler for that one. Maybe I could actually solve that one. A slot to insert a key chip, the number 0392 is inscribed. 0392. I'll remember that. And well, Galarians 1 looks kind of like, it looks like OG Resident Evil 1. This definitely doesn't look as good as Resident Evil 2, but I think it'd be pretty fun to play it. Oh, sweet, the room's right here. I remember the code 0392. Some other games, Deep Fear for the Sega Saturn. For sure, I want to play that because the graphics I would say look comparable to Resident Evil 2, and definitely better than 1. But it's a Resident Evil knockoff, but it's also kind of its own thing. It even has like an oxygen system, which is that's pretty neat. Might make the game a little bit harder though, but it's still neat. I can go back that way. And definitely a series. It's only a three game series. There's D. I don't know where this makes sense. The first game is D, and you would think the second one is D2, right? For the Dreamcast. I saw D first before I saw D2. Or, I mean, I saw D2 before I saw D. So I thought D2 was just a standalone game. Like, maybe D2 meant something, but... No, there's a game just called D for the Sega Saturn. Followed by a game called Enemy Zero, which is the second game of the short franchise. Which, Enemy Zero is also followed by D2. D2 is the third game in the series. I'd like to know where that makes sense. D, Enemy Zero, and then D2. You know, you'd think D1, D2, D3. I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, honestly. I freaking love it. I love Danganronpa, by the way. That's a good game. I would maybe play it in like some years from now, but I've already played the first game and I watched my brother play the whole second game, so I already know like the outcome of every trial. So then I would already know. But maybe I would play with commentary like sometime in the far future. Maybe by then I'll have forgotten, or I could just make commentary and not give any spoilers. because I would not like to do that. What's another Sega Saturn game? I think just D and D2. No, not D2. D and Enemy Zero. Those are the only Sega Saturn games I want to play. Oh, and Deep Fear. I mean, yeah. Honestly, sadly to say that I think those are the only Sega Saturn games I want to play. I would like to check out the Resident Evil 1 for that, though. It looks like a pretty good version. Some other games, obviously, all the Silent Hill games. I will play every single Silent Hill game. What other games? Obviously, some PS2 games I could list is Haunting Around for sure. Ico. Don't know if it's for a horror, but Siren. Obviously the Clock Tower games, that's it for sure. Oh yeah, PS1 games, I remember some of them now. Martian Gothic Unification I want to play, but I'm not that excited for that one. Well, it's neat that you switch between 3 characters, but it just looks kind of bland. I think, what's the other game that's similar? The other knockoff. Countdown Vampires looks better than that. I'm excited for Countdown Vampires because it has comparable graphics to Resident Evil 2. Like, it looks like probably a little bit worse than Resident Evil 2, way more bland. Oh my gosh, whoa. Yeah, it looks a little bit more bland than Resident Evil 2, but it looks more fun than Martian Gothic, I could say that for sure. Some other games is trying to think. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh, this looks more annoying. This doesn't seem that annoying. What the heck? Oh, I see it. There we go, that wasn't so bad. In a second I might pull up a list of some other games. I want to play Cover Ops. That game looks actually like really good. Like, I think it's survival horror, but not 100% sure what it's about though. Let's smooth sailing from here. Wait, no, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. A couple other games. Obviously, I want to play Parasite Eve 1 and 2, Resident Evil 1.5, Soul of the Samurai. That game, I want to play that game soon. Soul of Samurai looks like really good. It's by Konami, and it's like, not survival horror, but it's like a horror game with tank controls, but you've taken out the overend key chips from the slot. Yes, I'll save. Some other games, Overblood. The game starts where you play as someone waking up from a pod or something. You meet like this vacuum or whatever, and you have to turn down the temperature. It's not a horror game, but Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, and I want to play Fear Effect 1 and 2. Fear Effect's not really survival horror either, though. It's just Resident Evil knockoff, pretty much, but not horror. Kodelka is like a turn-based survival horror game. I think that's really neat. I really like that. There we go. And that's pretty much it for PS1 games. I don't know what else there is. A couple games real quick. Eternal Darkness, I don't remember what that is. I just have a list on my phone. Cursed Mountain for the Wii, you like looking for your brother, and there's ghosts. And you can't just, if you disturb them, they'll get mad and attack. And speaking of ghosts, I also want to play all the Fatal Frame games. Maybe except the 3DS one, unless I buy it. I think that's all the games I want to play. There's more. There's definitely. I've only researched survival horror games for PS1, pretty much, and I only know about some PS2 games. So I'm sure that there's a lot of PS2 survival horror games. Where are we?
Rick, I've located the main generator of the third energy.
Great. See if you can activate it.
Okay. You press the button. Let's get it. And obviously, as you guys know, I want to play all the Resident Evil games. One second. I'm even excited for like Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles and Dead Aim and Survivor. I just wish I had a light gun. I always look for light guns at Goodwill. Oh no. Certain preparations have to be made before pushing the switch. Panel that activates the third energy generator. Will you operate it? Yes, please.
Error. Preparation procedure incomplete.
What preparation procedure? Oh, there's another door. Oh, the third energy control room. A sub-panel for the terminal that controls the generator. terminals that monitor the generator. They're being used to monitor how the generator works on a real-time basis. We'll go down those stairs in a minute. You can't operate the elevator with the card you have now. Power frequency room. We'll go here, then we'll go down the stairs. Tools for maintenance are inside. Who's this? She is unconscious. She is dying. No. Who even is that? Circuit schematics to display the status of that emergency power supply. Currently is set to the basic power source of the facility. You can switch the supply destination of the emergency power to the third energy generator. Yes, I'll switch the powers. Oh no, not this. Ew. Yay. It depends on which order you put them in. Circuit restored. It's a researcher's memo. We read the file. Kirk has been hiding everywhere from the researchers recently in a demonstration of solidarity. The B1 lab area staff has decided to investigate what Kirk and military personnel are up to. As a start, we managed to set a wiretapping device at the parts storage area where they've been holding meetings. The device is sound activated and it records automatically. It can also play back the recordings. Maybe the best way to come up with some clues. We need Kirk's ID card to check the generator. We already know his registration number. It is 31415 31415. All we need now is to forge his ID card is his fingerprint data. So I gotta remember that. 31415. Machines that control and store the energy created by the third energy generator. Door's locked from the other side. She gonna wake up when we go to leave? No? Surprised. What's this? The terminal that controls the generator will be operated.
Generator test complete. Remember, a special key card is required to operate the generator.
Wow. Jeez, she punched it. What was that gunshot? A file titled Generator Instruction Manual. Will you read the file? How to activate and control the generator. 1. Prepare to activate the generator by operating the main panel on the upper floor of the control room. 2. Move to the B3 area of the generator set initializer. Operate the panel near the initializer to connect the inhale shaft to the generator. Move the B2 area to set a stabilizer. Activate the generator. I'm going to assume the gunshot came from in here. Whoa. What the heck happened? Who shot her? She's been shot to death. She's not breathing. She's holding a memo written in blood. The numbers 1281 are written. Let me guess, Dr. Kirk shot her. She was already helpless anyway. She was basically dead. What was the point of shooting her? Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. Dude, I just sprint so fast, I'll just tackle him.
Don't move.
What a-hole, I have a shotgun. With no bullets, though.
Carving a name for myself in history with the ultimate energy source.
Open your eyes, you freak. Your precious creation is nothing more than another weapon to be misused.
You seem to have a small degree of superficial intelligence. It's too bad that it is wasted on one who is about to die.
Yes. My boy Gale. I was wrong about him.
Secured. Report here immediately. Sorry to interrupt your lecture, Doc. You were saying?
Yes, I was sane. I discovered how the third energy could affect space if it ran unchecked 3 years ago. I thought that the energy had the ability to transfer selective space to an alternate time-space continuum. But I was incorrect. The space was not transferred, it was exchanged. To put it in terms that even you can understand, third energy has the ability to replace a pocket in space with one from a different time.
What?
Yes. I came to these conclusions following this evening's final experiment. You've seen the effects yourself. Those beasts were occupying the space this facility is
Oh, so
located
time
on
travel.
almost 65 million years ago.
Right. So that's how those dinosaurs appeared in our time.
Precisely. And that is what I have done.
Uh-huh. And how many people were sacrificed before you made this discovery?
Who cares? The numbers are
Who
quite
cares?
irrelevant. Let's just
You're
say that there
irrelevant.
were
Your gun's still on the floor.
extraordinary deaths for ordinary men, don't you think?
Spoken like a true devil.
A god or a devil? I don't care about that. Only my experiment.
Enough. Only one thing matters at this point. Your grand invention is blocking our escape.
You need to destroy the vortex. The only way to do that is to allow the generator's third energy levels to overload. Theoretically speaking, the third energy and the vortex will cancel each other out if they come in contact with one another. But there is one small catch. If you cannot stop the generator's third energy overload, this entire region may be shifted to another point in the space-time continuum.
Then we'll just make sure to be somewhere else when the shift happens. No problem.
But we couldn't even activate the device.
You're missing the initializer and stabilizer, right?
Where are they?
Calm down. They should be stored in one of the security level A rooms on floor B3.
Very good, Doc. Now you understand our situation. We live, you live.
Ooh, you got the keycard level A. It can be used to enter all areas of the facility.
Okay, I'm all set to whip up a program that will send a stream of third energy into the vortex.
I'll keep an eye on the doctor. Regina, you go find those devices and overload the third energy.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
in the security level A room on floor B3.
Hold up. That whole floor is crawling with dinosaurs, including that T-Rex. Let's get this situation under control before charging off. Here, take this. The disc contains the draft plans for the initializer and stabilizer. I stumbled over them while searching through the database. Fortunately, the room where the parts are stored is not far from here. We should gather up the parts and assemble the devices.
Don't be ridiculous. Regina doesn't have the technical knowledge for that. We don't even know if all the right parts are there. We'd be better off simply trying to hunt down the completed devices.
It's too dangerous down there. She won't make it.
It's your call then, Regina. You're the one who has to do this. So what's your choice?
Oh no, don't give me a choice. Gale strategy, head for the B3 level A area. Rick strategy, head for the parts storage on B2. But it sounds like that's gonna be a puzzle if I go do Rick strategy.
Okay, let's do it.
Whatever you do, don't drop your guard for a second.
I'll try Gale strategy. Possibly the private belongings of Dr. Kirk there covered with dust. I want that gun that's on the floor. A notice to the staff from Dr. Kirk. Notice, preparing the stabilizer and the initializer. Make sure these two devices are ready in time for the experiment. Each of these two devices consists of the following 3 parts. Core parts, protect part A, protect part B. This means 6 parts are needed in all. These parts are separately stored in the experiment room, the design room, and the parts storage room. Once you've acquired all 6 parts, you can assemble them in the experiment room. The weightless manipulator must be operated by staff of a level A class. The rough schematic of the generator are on the table. Miscellaneous documents and a computer are nothing useful. I'm going to attempt Gale strategy. All I need to do is oh dang. We need to get out of this room into that hallway, get through the hallway into the big room, other side, around. That's not right. I'll figure it out. But well, let me try this other door over here. I think I can manage running past them, but the door has been unlocked. Oh, I see. Come on. I need to go up. If I go up near above the save room, there's a ventilation system I could travel through. It's this door right here. Any ammo? We got 6 small sleep darts. I'm really gonna try to beat this video. Oh, sweet. Even easier just through here. It's the save room. I'll take a quick pee break real quick, be right back. Now back for my pee break. see, we got this computer right here, right? We could rewrite the ID card. Researcher's memo. The number is 1281 are written. Is this where we use code? 1281. Dang it, not enough numbers for that. Need more numbers. Sadly, I'm going with Gale's strategy, but his is like the less technical strategy. Basically, just run through, avoid dinosaurs. That can't be as bad as last time. I was tricked so bad. They made me think that there were so many dinosaurs, but there wasn't. And I tried to go with Rick's strategy, and it ended up being like really hard. So then I ended up changing my mind. So once we're on B3. Oh dang, the T-Rex is there. We'll just shoot it with a sleep dart. I'm just kidding. Ugh, how am I gonna make it to B3? How am I gonna make it back to B2? Sorry, dude. Dang, my computer's so good. It's recording at a constant 30 frames, not even fluctuating at all. We're almost there. The hard part's getting by the T-Rex, so. I know it's gonna wake up on the way back, I'm sure. If it didn't wake up when we get back, then Gale's strategy wouldn't even be that hard. I wish I was born in like freaking PS1, PS2 era. I'm playing these games like so much late. I'm playing these games like this game came out 22 years ago. Why does it feel so? It sounds old, but it doesn't feel that old. Three med packs. This game came out 22 years ago. Like this would be like the best era to have been born in. The best era would have been like start of PS1, like a few years before. They were born like 10 years before PS1 came out, and then like when the PS2 came out, oh dang, that would have been just great. The door's just opposite of the transport passageway. Showed her. I'm ready to run there. Oh, that was close. Well, it looks like this door. See the red door next to the room I'm in, and then the one opposite. It looks like I think they connect together. Status of the stored weapons is on display. Biological weapons are stored. These are activated. All creatures on this island will be annihilated. You got the initializer, and you got the stabilizer. The samples where the biological weapons are stored. They are frozen. Small creatures that were used for the biological weapon experiments are stored here. Check out this area real quick. Control panel for the monitoring device. Third Energy Basic Theory, read by Edward Kirk. Third Energy Basic Concept is technology to extract energy from the ions in the atmosphere. That is the heart of Third Energy. If you control the flow of ions by ionizing the constitution of the air, then you can extract the resultant electron movement as energy. The basic concept is simple. The electrons from which energy of movement was extracted combines with ions to once again form the original constitution. However, due to the current level of technology, it is impossible to return it to 100% of the original constitution. The waste constituent yields a peroxide that is similar to ozone as a byproduct. However, it is not at a level high enough to threaten the concept of the proposed clean energy source. Video feed monitoring weapon storage. I can't even look at the video feed. Alright, we're out of here. Oh my gosh, I need to activate the generator first. I'm not excited for this part. Will I even be able to run past the T-Rex? I mean, you know that's what's gonna happen. I just want to get through here as quick as I can. T-Rex didn't wake up yet. How long is it supposed to be unconscious for? Dang it. Honestly, not looking too bad to get to back to the generator from here. What's stopping these things from following me up the stairs? I guess they're a little bit big. Sweet. Now where do I go from here? Oh, I remember now. Dang it. The information from the center terminal is shown here. A file of the messages from Dr. Kirk to the staff. They appear to have been distributed to each section prior to the experiment. Will you read the file? Notice, preparing the stabilizer and the initializer. Make sure these two devices are ready in time for the experiment. Each of these two devices consists of the following three parts. Protect Part A, protect Part B. This means 6 parts are needed in all. These parts are separately stored in the experiment room, the design room, and the part storage room. Once you have acquired all 6 parts, you can assemble them in the experiment room. The weightless manipulator must be operated by a staff of level A class. Didn't I already read this? Planning disk is required to operate this terminal. High security safe. Just double check all of them. Wow. So I activate the generator first, but I have to use 6 parts to even use it. Third energy area B2.
Error. Preparation procedure incomplete.
Where the heck does the stabilizer go and the initializer? Check the control room. Wait, I don't want to go in the elevator. What? I didn't know that. Would have been a lot easier just to use the elevator, wouldn't it?
Announcement. Generator test complete. Remember, a special keycard is required to operate the generator.
I'll go back this way real quick. See if Rick or Gale has to say anything. Oh my gosh. What did you get? Dr. Kirk's library room. He's sitting there with a gun aimed at him.
Did you find those devices yet?
Yes, I did.
What are you still doing here? Go get those devices.
Part of an old document has Dr. Kirk's signature on it. Third energy is the final weapon by Edward Kirk. If the third energy reaction exceeds the critical point, it evokes the overload phenomenon. When this happens, we can't control it. A huge amount of energy creates chain reactions, begins to disintegrate the surrounding area. The ensuing explosion will vaporize anything in the near vicinity. If we can control the area where the overload occurs, the third energy will literally become the ultimate weapon. The power of the weapon depends on how much energy we can restrain before the explosion occurs. In other words, capability of the stabilizer is the key to everything. Third energy was supposed to be the project of the development policy, create the basic power source for the permanently stationed weapon. If we change the policy of the project here and now, this government will be able to obtain the most deadly destructive device in the world. However, our current budget is completely out of the question. You'll find my estimate of the budget in the next chapter. Please review and consider. Well, looks like there's going to be a part 18 of Dino Crisis. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned for more. Tell your family and friends about me. If you think they enjoy my content, they should if they like survival horror. I'll see you guys next time. Sack and Slash out. Have a good day.